Can you solve all these Visual Basic questions? VB stands for
Sharp thinking. Visual Basic is right.
what is a VB?
Strong choice. Visual Basic is right.
What does VB stand for? Well done.
Visual Basic is right.
Visual Basic developed by.
Well picked. Microsoft is correct.
In the word basic stands for on track.
Symbolic is correct.
Visual Basic helps you to design.
Excellent. GUI application is well reasoned.
Terms not related to Visual Basic.
Smart move. Oat is accurate answer.
Companies that develop Visual Basic.
Solid response. Microsoft is valid.
Visual Basic is a Dash-based program.
Good job. Microsoft works well.
Visual Basic 6.0 was released in Dash.
Nicely done. 1908 is solid.
Visual Basic is usually shortened to.
Nice selection. VB is correct.
Below is not a version of Visual Basic.
Valid point. Version 11.0 is true.
The default data type for Visual Basic is.
Right choice. Variant is best.
It is a high-level programming language.
You got it. Visual Basic fits.
Visual Basic uses a programming language.
Correct. Object-oriented is spot on.
Click, double-click, lost focus, key press sun.
Excellent choice. Events is right.
In Visual Basic, there are dash save times.
Great thinking. 2 is right.
UI in Visual Basic Learning has an extension.
Smart pick. User interface is correct.
What is the extension of Visual Basic 2010 form?
Nice work. The VB fits perfectly.
In Visual Basic, the first thing to save is dash.
Correct response. Form is accurate.
Visual Basic applications can run on the platform.
Right again. Windows is valid.
Used to force user to complete a single dialog box.
Good thinking. ST is right.
What version of Visual Basic is learned in school?
Well reasoned. 6 is correct.
Control used to display text in Visual Basic 6.0 is.
Bravo. Label is the answer.
In Visual Basic, the second storage is storing dash.
You chose project. Correct.
Which of the following is not a Visual Basic control?
Perfect. Form is the one.
Provides multiple dialog interfaces at the same time.
Exactly. Mindy makes sense.
Set of objects. Controls that we can insert in a form.
You're right. Tools is correct.
What year appeared the first version of Visual Basic?
Great job. 1991 is accurate.
Microsoft Visual Basic is a type of software for Dash.
Clear logic. Programming is sound.
To create a Visual Basic form from Excel, I click on
Clear logic. Insert is sound.
Visual Basic Studios is an example of Dash programming.
You're right. Object-oriented is correct.
The first version of Visual Basic Windows was introduced in
Solid response. 1991.
which is not a main component of the Visual Studio ID.
Valid point. Start menu is true.
Visual Basic is based on the Dash programming language.
Bravo. Basic is the answer.
In Visual Basic, the extension to represent project file.
Great job. VBP is accurate.
Serves as a visual and functional container for controls.
Well done. Frame is right.
The following includes variables in Visual Basic, except. Well reasoned. Cursor is correct. Which word is used to begin a fixed loop in Visual Basic?
Exactly, for makes sense. With what instruction does a class in Visual Basic close? Smart move. End class is accurate answer.
What year was the first version of Visual Basic released?
Right again. 1991 is valid.
Below is not an example of a programming language, namely.
Well picked. Algorithm is correct.
Basic means beginner's all-purpose symbolic instruction. Dash. On track. Code is correct. The sequence in creating a new project in Visual Basic 6.0 is. Nice selection. Standard X is correct. What operating system is Visual Basic compatible? Nice work. Windows fits perfectly. The main menu that can manage all functions in Visual Basic Dash. Correct. Menu bar is spot on. Visual Basic reserved word that is written to declare variables. Perfect. Dim is the one. The Visual Basic control that allows users to enter a value is a.
Excellent choice. Text box is right.
The raw file created in the Visual Basic NetStudio is called Dash.
Good thinking. Project is right.
There are 3 editions released by Microsoft on Visual Basic, except. Nicely done. Low price edition is solid. Every Visual Basic project consists of at least Dash separate files.
Excellent. 2 is well reasoned.
Which function key is used to execute the Visual Basic 2008 project? You chose F5, correct. Do click, double click, lost focus, key press actions belong to the group of S.
Correct response. Events is accurate.
Complete version of Visual Basic 6.0 consists -MB of hard disk space.
Strong choice. 250 is right.
A Visual Basic control that allows you to move and size forms and controls.
Good job.
Pointer works well. It works as an interface between the user and the Visual Basic application. Sharp thinking. Form is right. Visual Basic 6 is a programming language that runs on the operating system. Right choice. Windows is best. The following are standard components in the Visual Basic 6.0 toolbox except. Great thinking. Mouse is right. The structure of the Visual Basic application consists of. You got it. XFITs. Can either be command line applications using DOS, graphical interfaces, or menu-driven. Smart pick. UI design is correct. Which of the following keyboard function key is used to run execute Visual Basic application? You're right. F5 is correct.
how you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Excellent. Contact Narayan Chengder is well reasoned.